Most of us have done things because our peers are doing the same things. We want to fit in. We've all been pushed to new limits by our peers. We have been asked to do things we don't want to. But it's all up to us to decline things and to be strong. So it really comes down to your decisions. But peer pressure has two sides. One is good and one is bad. My points are that peer pressure can help us to push ourselves and achieve good things, but can also lead us into bad situations. My final point is that we should be able to tell the difference between good and bad peer pressure. The common argument against peer pressure is that it only leads to bad things. The people who make these arguments have only been exposed to bad situations, like when kids have been pressured into drugs and drinking. We normally don't notice the good effects of peer pressure. There are many good examples of peer pressure, especially when we consult with our peers before making decisions. According to the National Institute on Drug Abuse for Teens, peer pressure comes in many different forms. You might feel it in group situations, or you might have a friend who tries to get you to do something that makes you feel like a better person and less likely to want to give in to other peers. If we surround ourselves with these people, we will be less likely and able to avoid bad peer pressure when it comes down to people like that. Therefore, often peer pressure can lead us to make good decisions and let us push our boundaries. Peer pressure can help you reflect on yourself. Peers may teach you good things and encourage you to follow them. Looking at what others do, you can help to bring a positive change in your way of thinking. According to the Education Foundation, we can pressure each other into some things that will improve our health, social life, and make us feel good about our decisions. Pressuring each other to do things that will benefit yourself and others is a good example of peer pressure and can help us to act with others positively. My final point is that peer pressure can also lead us into bad situations. That is why we need to be able to tell the difference between good and bad peer pressure. Peer pressure is when your actions are influenced by people around you. More often than not, we are susceptible to bad peer pressure. Some people lose their whole identity just so they can fit in, because they don't want to let down their peers. When something is above your better judgment, we know when it is wrong. That is when you should stop and understand that the opinion of your friend is less important than your safety and identity. According to the Red Cross and Red Crescent movement, we tend to wear certain clothes, listen to certain music, do certain drugs, or adopt certain beliefs because it is what our peers expect of us. This is an example of how peer pressure can negatively affect us. If we keep giving in to peer pressure, soon we will lose our identity and we will fear what our friends think about our choices and will not understand who we are. So in summary, peer pressure can push us to try new things but also hold us back from who we are. It is important that we become less and less likely to give in to bad peer pressure so that we can become more successful in what we do. Thank you.